What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your captain speaking, Captain Crutch, and today I wanted to bring y'all another story time. I know y'all enjoyed these. This is a story about the time me and my 67-year-old grandpa had a little bit too much fun at a gala fundraiser, consuming mixed varieties of alcohol. Now, before I begin the story, I would like to say, if you're under the age of 21, I do not condone alcohol. If you're 21 plus, I'm completely okay with it. I had to get that out of the way. Now, this story happened a couple years back. I had been invited from my grandpa to attend a gala for a fundraiser for our church. And he had invited a couple of his friends to attend this gala with us. That was including like 3 of his friends and my aunt and somebody that was with her. Now, before I even began to go on this adventure, before we even had arrived at this gala, we had already done a little bit of pre-gaming and had a couple of mixed drinks at the house. I would like to preface it, well, not even preface it, I would like to say that usually when we would go to events like this, my grandma was out of town. And usually when my grandma was out of town, things got wild because, well, not wild, but we did a little bit more drinking than usual. And she just so happened to be out of town that day on this gala, so I had to take her spot to go to this function because she was not going to be able to attend. And boy, was I glad I did. Like, I had fun in the beginning, but the night was a little rough. But let me get back on topic here, guys. Now, we had a couple of mixed drinks at our house. And his friends started to arrive. Now, his friends also like to indulge in a little bit of excessive alcohol use. Now, not to say that's a bad thing, but considering that we were going to be drinking at this place, we kind of probably went a little overboard because we drank some more once his friends got to the house. Now, I drank at least 2 mixed drinks by myself. They drank multiple, plus wine. So you could say that we were already feeling pretty good before we even attended this gala. So we load up in the car, we're all having a good time, we got a little buzz going on, we're listening to music, and my grandpa told me that like everything was already ready to go, paid for in full. All we had to do was pick what we wanted to eat. The alcohol was on the house because they had already paid for it. And, well, basically what they did was they paid for a ticket, I should say that. So, well, I mean everything's paid for, that's what it means. So, with this ticket, you had, your choice of fish or chicken or whatever the course was. And then you could go to the bar and have more alcohol. Well, my grandpa's a little picky about what he likes to drink. So we usually bring in our own alcohol, wine, per se. So he's a big wine drinker, so he brings his own bottle of wine, nice big old bottle of wine. And he has 2 of these. Now, remember how I said my grandma was out of town? When my grandma was out of town, he likes to have fun with me. It's just, I turned into his drinking buddy once I hit, legal age. So, I mean, I don't blame him. We get to this gala, and I sit down at this round table, right? And they're taking our order and taking our drinks. And he whips out his bottle of wine that he's going to break out, and he's corking it, popping it off, and ready to start pouring it up, and he's serving it to all of us, everybody at the table. And then he whips out another bottle of wine, and he says, "I'm going to cork this, Josh." That's my name, Josh, by the way. "I'm going to cork this. This is for you." So he's uncorking this, and he's like, "I got my own bottle, and you got yours, so enjoy." And keep in mind, when I got there, I was already drinking Bud Light and Miller Lite, and I already had 2 mixed drinks before I left the house. Probably a bad decision on my part, but considering I like to have fun, And if you watch my other story times, you know that I only take a couple of drinks to handle. I learned a valuable lesson that day. Do not try to keep up with somebody that has a high tolerance for alcohol. I tried to do it and I learned a lesson the hard way about not doing that. Now, the last thing I remember is leaving that place, walking up the stairs into my room, and the next morning I wake up in a puddle of my own vomit. My aunt wakes me up. The smell is horrendous, and I'm just lost. Like, the last thing I remember it doing that night was watching Maren Morris play a Tiny Desk concert on YouTube, and then it was lights out like that. And that was like the time where I was like, crap, well, I can't be doing this ever again. So let this be a lesson. Let this be a funny story. Whatever you want to take it, do not try to keep up with somebody that has a high tolerance for alcohol. I mean, I probably would never be that crap again. I had drank with him before, but it was nothing like this. I hope you enjoyed the story time, guys. I'm really trying my best to get y'all some quality content out here for the channel. We got a lot more coming. If you enjoyed this story time, please drop a like, maybe you can drop a sub if you're new around here. Once again, this has been Captain Crutch. I'll see you in another video.
Eliminate all threats. It's on you. Win or die trying. Take comfort, comrade. We'll beat them next time. The Secretariat are watching. Пусть они гордятся вами. We've broken their streak. Keep it going.